Hello, hello, my lovely people. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Sitting out here waiting on some not Sam's, Walmart Spark orders. But I figured I answer some questions about some signings. I've been getting a lot of people asking me about what I do for work as a signing agent, a notary public, in the portion of the real estate transactions. So I am a notary commission in North Carolina, and I specialize in real estate transactions. I do a lot of loan signing, loan closings, meaning that they need a notary to come in to assist with the paperwork and the notarizations of the signatures on the paperwork. Let me clarify that. Um, for people buying properties, selling properties, refinancing properties, giving properties back to the bank, and home equity lines of credits, and just anything real estate transaction wise. So that's what I do. So you have to be a notary public first in your state. Every state is different. Like I said, I am in North Carolina. So if you're interested in becoming a notary, you in North Carolina, you will go to the community college. Find a community college is offering notary public class. It's a 1 day class. It's where I'm at is normally under $100. You can always buy your book off of Amazon. Um, and you sign up and pay for the class. Like I said, in the area that I'm at, it's like $100. So you pay for the class, you take the class, you pass. Once you pass, you have to pay another fee to the state that you're in, for which I'm in North Carolina, and that covers your background check and everything. And then you get sworn in after everything comes back with that. You don't have to be squeaky clean in your background, but you can't be the type of person that done a lot of fraud and all that kind of stuff, because what you're doing is you're trying to verify and say, people are who they say they are. So if you got any, suspect backgrounds, they're not really going to look into, pushing your application through, although you taking a class and everything. And I think that's something they should do first before you sign up and try to become a notary, that they did a background check, but it is what it is. So, but I'm pretty sure it's exceptions to everything. Maybe someone stole your identity and wrote bad checks or did whatever they did at the time, but that's just how to get started. So I get a lot of questions about how to get signings, how to get work as a loan signing agent. So the two platforms that I normally use are Signing Order and SnapDocs. They are websites that you can sign up for. You create a profile. In that profile, you want to talk about your experience, where you've gotten training, if you've gotten any training, where you've gotten any training from. Um, so where you've gotten training from, maybe you paid for someone. I went through Notary to Pro, and that's who I got my training from. There's many people out there that do. There are a lot of people out there that that do trainings in regards to becoming a loan signing agent, and also they'll give you a little bit about the business. I think you should always take a business class if you're interested in becoming a notary. um, if you're thinking about becoming a notary public, just so you know how to run a business. That's one thing people leave out. Yeah, you want to know how to do these. Yes, you want to know how to do these. Yes, you want to know how to do these loan closes, but you most importantly want to know how to run a business. So that's what I'm talking about today. Excuse me, y'all. I gotta get rid of those people in here. But yeah, so you want to know how to run a business. You can always go to take a community class. Sometimes they offer free business class, like Business 101. So you definitely want to take a business class if you want to do this full time and start a business. I think that's something that's very important. But yeah, SnapDots and Signing Order are the platforms that I use. They're websites, they're not apps. There are apps that you can sign up for where they'll send you a text message saying that they have a closing in your area, and then you just let them know if you're available. Sometimes you can see the fee. One thing that you want to know about this business, sometimes you can get paid same day, sometimes you can't get paid the same day. So you want to make sure that your finances are in order. Yes, it's not that expensive to do this business, but the startup costs can run you in the hole if you don't have your bills paid up. So I always tell people, when I left the nursing field as a home health care tech in the hospital, I pulled money out of my 401k. Yes, I was doing eBay at the time. Yes, COVID had happened, but I had money, to help me keep me afloat. So that's what I used for the next couple of months until I got paid, because that's something at the beginning, when I got into it in 2019, that people wasn't talking about, the net 30 payments, the net 45 payments, and sometimes the net 60 payments. So I haven't really signed up for any companies, being that I've been doing this for a while now, that do net 60. But sometimes after you take the signing, especially on signing order, you don't know if that company is a net 60. So before you start accepting signings, for closings, you want to vet the company. You want to contact the scheduler. They have an email, they have a telephone number, and just let them know, I'm interested in that closing, but I just have a question, please. And I know if you have to go ahead and assign it to someone, I understand, but go ahead and let them know, what's your net payment. How do you pay your vendors? How do you pay your independent contractors? That way you can have like a spreadsheet, or if you're old school like I am, put it in a piece of notebook, and so you can keep up with it. Because when you start taking this assignment and you find out they don't pay you till, it is June now, they don't pay you to August, and you sitting there, you done did a signing on Tuesday of that day, and then you find out you won't get paid for that signing, till all 2 months later, you're going to be feeling some kind of way, right? So it's always good to take as many signings as you can to build. That when they say take as many signings as you can, it's because you constantly getting paid. You constantly, because different vendors pay different amounts, different terms. So say this vendor pays every 2 weeks, this vendor pays every 10 days, this vendor pays every 30 days, this vendor pays every 45 days. So that's how you have a mixture. Then some vendors pay as soon as everything closed, within like 2 days. So I like to do a lot of seller packages for realtors, so that way I get paid the same day I do the closing. So for instance, if you working with a realtor who's doing a lot of selling or buying of people homes, as soon as you drop the documents off at the title company or the attorney's office or wherever, and the people sign their portion of it or whatever, the next day, if not the same day, the realtor, if you're working with a good realtor, a good reputable realtor, someone new in the game, they will pay you because they're going to get reimbursed within 24 to 48 hours. So that's been my experience working with realtors. Now, all realtors don't do that way. Some I've had bad experiences with, and I don't work with them no more. But the realtors that I have worked with, that's how it worked. I was a notary for the closing. The person was either selling or buying the property. As soon as I dropped the documents off at the attorney's office, I would get paid that same day, because the realtor was going to get their money either the same day or the next day. So that's how that worked. That's just my experience here in North Carolina. So yes, it is considered attorney closing state, but that just means the attorney is involved in the transaction. So that does not mean that you have to be worried about, an attorney and everything like that. From my experience with some of my directs, the attorney is on the phone. So once you arrive, and that's something on my members portion of my members page, you're going to be able to see mock signings. That's only going to be offered to members. I'm going to tell y'all that now. That's only going to be offered. That's that's only going to be offered to members, for me to show you mock closings. You know what I'm saying? So if you're thinking about, hey, good morning, Miss Mary, how you doing? So that's only going to be offered to my members. So you will have to pay for that subscription to see all the behind, because like you see, I'm getting all these trolls in here this morning. This ain't even 9 o'clock my time. So but in my membership part of my YouTube channel, I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes, like very detailed, how to get the closings, how to do the closings, and everything, explain the documents. But that's only going to be for paid membership. So I'm going to tell y'all that now, because if you don't know, anybody can type in loan signing notary public on YouTube, and people who have businesses, they look for us and they seeing what we saying about them. That's one way I try to tell people, don't be on social media talking about people, talking about companies that you work for, because you could that can leave a sour taste in their mouth about you. You know what I'm saying? So, but people gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. But they watch us just like we watch them. So that's what I have to say about that. I get a lot of questions about how to get closings. So that's just a little bit about what how to get closings. Like I said, I'm out here waiting on some orders. Walmart Spark done slowed down for right now. I do have 3 closings today. And then between my closings, I do my medical courier. I do Walmart Spark. I do Roadie. I do everything to keep money coming in. Because, I have a plan. I have a goal. So you have to do what you have to do. Some days it's slow. Sometimes you don't get any signings. Sometimes you accept it. You hit accept on the closing or assignment and you don't get chosen. So you got to understand, in this game, it works that way. Even if you have a direct, your direct may not have work 7 days a week, so, or 5 days a week, or the time that you're available. So you have to understand that. Okay, people say, oh, go direct, but you still have to be available when your direct needs you. Okay, so just understand that. Okay, when you, oh, well, I'm gonna go direct, I'm not gonna go through the signing service. Okay, that's fine, but you gotta understand, if your direct has enough work to keep you afloat, then you know what I'm saying, then that's something to think about. So I'm about to get off here and I'm about to go to my other page. But thank you all for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate y'all so very much. I will drop another video most likely tomorrow, go live. And just whatever questions y'all have for me, please put it in the comments. And y'all continue to have a great day. Go out and make something happen for yourselves.